So I found this post on the Pokemon TCG subreddit that I wanted to share with you all because this may be some pretty big news, even though it may not really seem like it on surface level. And I wanted to talk about the possibilities of why Pokemon may possibly be doing this. So you can see here by the title, booster packs will no longer include a guaranteed Pokemon TCG Live QR code. And as you can see here, this looks to be on the back of possibly a booster box. I'm not exactly sure what product this is, but based on like the sizing here, looks to be maybe a booster box. So you can see, here's where they're getting this information from. It's from the back here. It says, each Pokemon TCG Mega Evolution booster pack contains 10 cards and either, this is a big one, either one basic energy or one Pokemon TCG Live code card. So the big words are either and or, right? Basic energy or live code card. So, if you didn't know, right, each pack in the past, right, I guess before this, contained an energy card and a guaranteed QR code. QR codes you can use obviously for like the trading card game, the online one. And I guess, some people really care about it, some people don't, but it was always guaranteed to get one in every single pack. And it seems like maybe Pokemon is starting to shy away from this. But before I talk about the possibilities of why Pokemon may be trying to do this, I want to show you guys some, I guess, interesting things about this, I guess, being the case where they say that you're either going to get a basic energy or a code card, is that if you actually go onto the Pokemon Center website and you go to the booster box and you actually see the description here of what you'll receive, it says each booster pack contains 10 cards, one basic energy, and one Pokemon TCG Live code card. It says and here, so it's not one or the other. So it is interesting to see that it seems like from this picture, right, that is probably from some, I don't know exactly where they got this picture from, but I'm, assuming it's from probably some reputable place, because from what I see in the comments, it doesn't look like this is like some fake, Photoshop thing. Like I said, I don't know exactly where they got this picture from, but I'm assuming this is from somewhere, right, that's reputable. And like I said, it looks to be from a booster box. It says this on the back of it, so I'm not sure why there's a disparity here. I don't see why somebody would also like Photoshop or lie about this, because that seems like kind of a weird thing to do. So I don't know why there's this disparity or this difference here. I'm not sure. But if this is true and this is from like a real product, and I guess what it actually, I guess this is like the real thing, maybe it's possible this is just like a default sort of description they have on their website, and this is what it's actually going to be on the product. Not sure, but if we're taking this as what's actually going to be happening, where it's going to be either an energy or a code card, I want to talk about the possibilities of why Pokemon may be doing this. So the first thing that comes to mind is possibly they want to do this to reduce the amount of printing, right? Because, okay, if they had to print an energy card and a code card, that's one extra card they have to print, because if they're getting rid of one of those things, right, that's an extra card that can go into another pack. Let's say they could print some other card, right? So if you think about, okay, there's 10 cards in the pack, and then I guess when you include the energy or whatever and code card, it's like 11 or it's like, is it 11 or 12? It's 12 cards right then, because 10 cards, and I don't think they count the energy as a card, so it's 11, and then the code card, that's 12. Instead, they're getting rid of the code card or the energy, so that's one less card they're having to print. So that's about like 10% less that they actually have to print per pack. So that means that they can maybe then print 10% more of actual cards, right? And you may be like, oh, that's not a big number, just one card. But you think about the scale they're doing this at, 10% increase of, actual just normal cards is pretty big. Like 10% is a huge number. At the scale they're printing at, 10% is a big number. And just by eliminating either a code card or a basic energy, they can do that, and they don't have to do anything else, which I think is smart. But there are some comments here that suggest maybe they should be doing another thing, which we'll get to the comments later. But I see that being a possibility of why they're doing this. Another possibility, and all these things may be true at once, is to avoid or try to negate weighing packs. Now, I know there's been controversies. Can you weigh modern packs? Can you not? But it seems like you can. People say you can weigh modern stuff. Some people say you can't. But it seems like, from what I've seen, you can somewhat weigh them, right? This would eliminate it by a pretty big margin, because the weight of a code card and the weight of a normal Pokemon card, they're different, right? If you feel the texture and everything, they're not the exact same, right? And you take into consideration, you're not going to know inside the pack which one it is, if it's like a basic energy or it doesn't have a code card, and also what other cards are in that pack. I feel like weighing then would also be more difficult because there's more variables than just, oh, this pack is heavier, but everything else is the same, right? Because let's say in the IR slot or SIR slot, all it's heavier, so there must be an SAR or IR in this pack. Versus, now that apparently there's going to be either a basic energy or just a code card. They weigh differently, but you don't know if that weight difference is because you have an energy card or you have a code card, and you don't know what the mix is with. Possibly does the pack weigh more because it doesn't have a code card and it has a normal energy, or does it weigh more because maybe you have an SAR? Like, there's too many variables that I feel like will make weighing packs a little bit more difficult. Maybe there will be some sort of formula people find out and figure out to maybe negate this, but I feel like that's one possibility as well of why they're doing this whole thing. And just also, and like I said, all this stuff can be true at once, but they are probably also just trying to reduce some waste here, because let's be honest, like when we open up packs, you get these packs and booster packs and stuff if you play the TCG game, which a lot of people don't, right? You need energies and stuff, but it seems like energies, you don't really need them from booster packs, even though technically if you think about booster pack, it's supposed to boost whatever you have, right? Your deck or whatever, but energies are so plentiful. They have stacks that come in each ETB, which I don't know if about you guys, but I feel like they should reduce the amount of energies they give in the ETBs, because I think it's ridiculous. Like the whole stack in like the plastic pack they give, I think it's too much. But I know it's supposed to be like, I guess, to make a deck and start playing, so I guess there's that. But there's too many energies that just I think is produced for no reason, and having one in each pack I think is unnecessary. And I just think in like some comments suggest here that they're maybe just trying to reduce waste and get rid of energies or print less of them, which I think is very possible because it's just another card that a lot of people just throw away. But let's just read some of the comments and see how some people have reacted to this, and you guys can let me know down in the comments below what you guys think and why Pokemon has been or is apparently going to do this with Mega Evolution. Dumb decision. I'd rather have a guaranteed code card. Most energies I get sit in a pile in a box. So this person is suggesting that Pokemon should just make it so that booster packs no longer have energies and that they just have a guaranteed code card. Probably that's a better option, but hey, some people maybe that are starting to need some energies. But yeah, I mean, that's probably, I would say the majority of people would probably prefer that, because I think an actual digital pack is probably worth more than just an energy card, right? I bet it's a way to stop people weighing packs. So that's what I said. If they really cared about waste, they'd stop making sets without booster boxes. I mean, that has been an argument to be made. There's specialty sets that don't have booster boxes. They have to print more of these other products that maybe have more waste. That's to be said, right? Have you seen the Blooming Waters box size? It's absolutely crystal clear that they do not give a bleep about waste. Japanese companies have a affair with plastic. Yeah, I mean, we see all the waste with all those huge boxes, collection boxes that only have like a few packs. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're really, the whole waste thing maybe isn't, a thing here, but maybe they just want to print more just regular cards, which I think is probably going to be the main reason why. I would rather they just do what Japanese packs do and not include energies at all. I guess I didn't even know that. Maybe that's a thing. So if that's a thing on the Japanese side, I don't know why they didn't just do it on the English side. I mean, they already changed it to silver borders like the Japanese cards were, right? Why not do more things and just transfer them over? And maybe they could replace the code card with a QR code printed on the pack but hidden by a removable sticker. Yeah, that's something that I've seen like suggested in this comment section, is to print the QR code or whatever, or the code inside of the pack. And I feel like they can do that. Like, I know other sort of products they've done like this QR code like inside of like bags and stuff. So I feel like they could really do that, which I don't think would be that difficult. So there's a lot of things Pokemon could do, but it feels like it just seems like they're just going this route, which maybe is not the best route to go. Either getting a energy or QR code. Like, why make it a mystery? Like, just cut something out. And I think keeping the QR code would probably be the best option. To be honest, I'd rather they just drop the energy cards. So same thing. Somebody said that. codes over energy. QR codes that are more expensive to print, or they're trying to make weighing packs harder. With how many packs they're producing now, I'm sure cutting a single item from each pack will probably save them a huge chunk of change. It's like how one of those airlines reduced. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so that's something I talked about. No matter what reason they give to try and convince people it's a good idea, this is simply shrinkflation. Claiming otherwise is just an insult on people's intelligence. I'd much rather they'd say it. They say it is to maintain the same price. So yeah, some people also have been saying this is like shrinkflation, which is basically just over time making things like less quantity. I think this is just to print, like my guessing here is they just want to print more just regular cards. That's just my guessing, especially now that they know there's supply issues and stuff, without even having to do anything, build a new facility, all those sorts of things. Eliminate one card from each pack, you automatically gain like 10% more, I guess, card printing capacity to print towards the actual set itself. I think it's literally that simple, and I feel like this in that way is a better, I guess, option. And pretty much they don't have to spend any more money, opening up any more facilities. They could literally just get rid of one card in the pack that's not very significant and have more regular cards and to make more products. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think this is pretty big news, even though it may not seem like it from surface level. If you really think about it, there's a lot of reasons why they're doing this, and I think it's probably for the better. But what do you guys think? You guys can comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.